Okay, so in this one, I'm going to show you how to sample in Logic Pro. So let's jump right into it. If you are a remixer, listen up to the first half because there's going to be some tips in there as well for you. So let's get into it. Before you drag in the song that you want to remix or sample, there's one thing you got to do. You got to go up to this tempo section right over here and change it from keep to auto. Now, what auto means is it's going to help you out a lot. You don't have to figure out the tempo if you're remixing or sampling. You don't have to figure out or align the audio to grid. I'm sure some of you have done that. It's really frustrating. Logic will do all of that for you. So all of like the preliminary work that you need to get done before sampling, before remixing, change to auto mode. Logic will do all of that for you. So I'm going to bring in an instrumental of my own. I was going to bring in like an old school sample from TrackLib just to show you what it looks like, but follow the steps, they're going to be exactly the same. So once you drag in your audio, Logic will analyze that region and it will spit out a tempo that it thinks it's at. You can just disregard this message. So it's telling me whatever we dragged in is at 109 beats per minute, which is correct. It is at 109 beats per minute. For some older type of samples, and the reason why I want to bring it up is because I want to show you this. This is your tempo map over here, all the tempo changes in your song. Now this is only one tempo, so you're only gonna have 2 points. But if you are bringing in an old school sample, you'll have some variations here, so that's the only thing that's different. But the next thing you wanna do here is go to your audio region, go to flex mode, this thing right over here, kind of looks like a stretchy audio thing. And then change the flex mode type to automatic. And the reason why we do this for you remixers out there, if I go ahead and change the tempo of the song right now, everything is going to stay in time no matter how fast or slow I set it at. But because we have multiple points here, you're going to see what happens. And that's why I want to show you this tempo list over here so that you know what to do when you get that error. All you got to do is either delete the points here, which is a lot of work. Easiest thing is just to open this up, go to tempo, select all of them and hit delete. And that's it. And now, if I make this really fast, but actually before we do, I should probably show you what this sounds like in its original tempo. All right, so because we turned on automatic mode, Logic aligned it to the grid. Because we turned on flex mode, Logic figured out where everything should line up as far as time goes. And now if we change the time, let's make it really fast. Everything's going to stay in its place. It's not going to move around. So this 4 bars will be now at 185 beats per minute. Everything in time. No lining up, no figuring out what the tempo is, the downbeat, moving it 100 times. It's just done for you automatically. I can make this really slow as well. So now if I want to go ahead and remix this track, everything is locked to the grid and we can just work that way really easily. But if we are sampling, the next step is to go ahead and find a section where you like. Let's say we like this section over here. So I'm going to chop that up from 5 to 9, bar 5 to bar 9. I'm going to select that chop, that region, click, drag to this gray area over here and go to quick sampler original. Logic will do its thing. It'll open up a sampler track and auto chop that region for you. I'm gonna hit Option K on my keyboard. Sorry, Apple K. And now we can play each chop, or sorry, each chop is placed on an individual note on our keyboard. Now, because of the type of sample we're working with, right now the transient mode is not gonna work well because it's a little bit more melodic. There's no like really hard hit chords or drums that we can just chop up nicely. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change it from mode transient to beat divisions. This way everything will be perfectly in time. So I'm going to bring this down to something that looks good. I think that's good. Otherwise we'll get multiple notes. Yeah, so let's go to here. So that's a good starting point to come up with a new melodic or musical idea. If you find it hard to play with both the white and black keys, or in other words, chromatic, you can change the chops just to go on the white keys. So that means just these right over here. Or you can change it to the black keys if you like to work that way. And the white keys will have no chops on it. Or you can go to chromatic, whatever way you like. And the rest is really up to you to figure out what kind of musical idea you want to come up with. The only thing I would recommend is turning on flex mode within your sampler. This way, any tempo changes you do up here will end up working in here. Now for this, it might not matter too much, but if you had some drums in your chops or anything that really mattered other than just like a one hit that we have here, you will want this flex mode on so that it will follow that tempo. And once again, the rest is up to you. Now that you have all the chops laid out, you can go ahead and figure out a new melody from that audio. If you want to change the key of the audio, you can change it via the pitch section. If you want to get a little bit funky, you can pull up the glide. Gives you like a cool effect. But again, it's all up to you and how you want to manipulate the sample, play out the sample from here. Also, I should point out, polyphony is automatically set to 16. If you find your notes are overlapping, change that to mono and you're good to go. Also, sometimes you'll get those clicks and pops in your audio. All you gotta do is just bring up your attack a little bit. Not too much, because then you'll take out too much of the audio. And you are good to go. About 1 millisecond usually takes out those pops, clicks and pops. So that's how you sample in Logic Pro. Follow this step by step. It will work no matter if it's an old school sample or a new school sample. The same steps will apply. So if you do have any questions or other questions on sampling, we can go ahead and talk in the comment section below. If you do want to learn something that's a little bit more particular than this, let me know down below. Happy to put together a video because I'm sure there's a lot of questions on sampling, and Logic makes it really easy, as you can tell. So that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Later. Peace.